Oh, hi! How's it going? Oh no, this is just tea. You see, right here, tea. Don't ignore this one. This is not, it's not serious. It's just tea. Okay. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to CR.Worlds, which stands for Creatively Realistic Worlds. And I'm talking about the creatively realistic worlds of gaming. Okay, so what are we talking about here? We are going to talk about Nintendo. Nintendo. They finally came out. Well, not out of the closet. They finally came out of the woodwork. They finally came out of hiding and they finally are speaking. Finally. And they had a meeting. They had a meeting earlier this week, last Tuesday. It was like an investors meeting and they finally confirmed it, guys. They finally confirmed the existence of the next successor to Nintendo Switch 2. To Nintendo Switch, to Nintendo Switch 2. Aren't you excited? I'm really excited. I'm really excited. Okay, so let's move on. So they had a meeting. They had a fantastic investors meeting. They talked about what's going on with Nintendo Switch, all the sales, the plans for the next fiscal year being this fiscal year, and they finally made the announcement that the Nintendo Switch is real. So we're going in this stream. We're going to dive into everything that they said. Basically, I'm going to open up the financial result briefing for the fiscal year ended March 2024 and read through all the transcripts. We're going to read it together. I'm not just going to read this, we're going to read it together. I'm going to share my screen very shortly. And we're also going to do some prediction. We're going to predict the next Nintendo Direct, which is coming in June this year. And there are so many games that we don't even know. Up until now, we still don't know what kind of game is coming out. All we know so far is that Paper Mario is coming in the next 2 weeks, I think. It's May 23rd. I think it's 2 weeks. Then we got Luigi Mansions 2, aka Luigi Mansions Dark Moon, which was on the 3DS. And Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. It's not really a first party game, it's more like a third party game, but still I have to count it because first party and the third party library of games have been pretty big on Nintendo Switch. Kind of as big as it was on the Wii U, but pretty big on Nintendo Switch, so I gotta count it too. So yeah, we got a lot of games coming. Oh, and we had one more game that was announced. Nintendo just dropped an announcement of one more game, and that game is the Nintendo World Championship NES edition. It's coming out in both physical version and digital version. The physical version, you gotta get the physical version. The physical version comes with a lot of good stuff. And by a lot of good stuff, I mean a lot of good stuff. It comes with like a replica of the NES cartridge that was won by the original winner of the competition, the Nintendo World Championship competition. It also comes with a set of pins, comes with a set of cards, comes with a lot of stuff. Let's dive into. We're going to watch the YouTube video of. We could watch the YouTube video of that game announcements. So let me share my screen if I can make my mouse work. There we go. Okay, good mouse. All right. Can y'all hear me? Okay, I can't hear myself. Let me see. Let me check something here. Check 1 2. Okay, yeah, you can hear me here. But I don't know why the screen. Check. Oh, it's perfect. Whew. OBS, what can you do with that? Anyway, let's watch this video. Oh man, this is so exciting.
I'd like to welcome you all to the Nintendo World Championships.
Good tea.
Electric crowd here. The batteries are charged.
Before I walked out onto stage, I was incredibly nervous. It was my first time in that sort of environment.
The audience was insane. We're wild.
I'm having the best time of my life here.
There are lasers everywhere, the music was blasting, and you're on stage and everybody's cheering and everybody's... I mean, my mom's the loudest
I
person
need
in the
to go
audience.
back because this.
Of my life here.
Okay, it's just a couple of the end from 2017.
There are lasers everywhere, the music was blasting,
I
and you're on
thought I
stage
watched
and
the
everybody's
video
cheering and
earlier
everybody's...
this
I
week,
mean, my mom's the
and I
loudest
thought it
person in the
was
audience,
the
right? You can hear
winner
her over
of the
everybody else.
1991 competition when he was a kid, but it wasn't.
I'm excited to go on stage, I'm excited to play, and I'm going to do the best I can.
Some unbelievable performances that we saw in this first round.
Am I going to walk out of here the best of the best? Or am I just going to be another average gamer?
It was a lot of emotions at once that me as a 12-year-old was kind of thrown into. Like, this is really like the top level.
Those moments are what this championship was made for.
There was a few people who I felt like were very gifted at games. It just happened to be my day.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a new Nintendo World Champion.
I remember I recorded the entire competition on my disk drive. I need to find that so that I can go watch it. It was so much fun watching this back in the day.
In my living room? Really?
2014 E3 and 2017 E3 were the best E3s. Well, yeah, they were the best E3s. I was about to say, excuse me, I was about to say 2016, but it didn't show much
reaching the gate as quickly as possible, and so many more. Take on over 150 challenges from across 13 different NES games.
I wanna see the menu.
Take on over.
The menu is beautifully designed. Look at this. We got Donkey Kong, Kid Icarus, Super Mario Bros. 2, and look at all those challenges. Look at all those challenges. You get ranked like from S rank all the way to maybe F rank or D rank. Don't know, but this one got S rank. This one got A plus plus, A plus plus, A plus, B plus plus. Oh my gosh, this looks so beautiful. The design is like mwah, chef's kiss. But yeah.
150 challenges from across 13 different NES games.
150 challenges from all these games. Wait, you said 30, right? Let me hear it again.
NES games. 50 challenges from across 13 different NES
13,
games.
13.
Aim for the best time in speedrun mode. Compete for the top spot in the World Championships weekly global online leaderboards. Or take the competition to the couch with up to 8 players in party mode.
We got party mode.
Nintendo World Championships NES Edition launches July 18th on Nintendo eShop.
July 18th.
Nintendo World Championships
So this is what the box
Edition
looks like.
Deluxe set will.
So this is what the box looks like, and they're gonna sell it like that. They're not gonna sell like standalone or every game will come with this, with all the gifts that you're gonna see.
Also be available, containing.
See all of these. It's gonna come with the booklet. It's gonna come with the cartridge. It's gonna come with all these cards. It's gonna come with the pin. Oh wait, that's the pin. That's the booklet. That's the NES edition cartridge. I think this might be the cover for the pin.
A gold-colored replica cartridge, 13 art cards, 5 pins, and a physical game card.
Okay, yeah.
Pre-orders are available now.
Okay, it's the pins, the 5 pins, the cards, the 13 cards, the gold cartridge, and the actual game. But I think a game like this that comes with all of this cool stuff, guess how much they're gonna sell in the next 5 to 7 years? Like, if you buy this game but you don't open it, like, I would suggest you buy this one, don't open it, but buy the digital version for you to play it or to enjoy or whatever. But buy the physical version just to keep, and don't open it. The value on this game will increase by the next 5 to 7 years. Don't quote me on that. I'm just guessing that a game like this, they're not going to print so many of them. They're going to print like a limited version of that. And apparently they sold out. Yeah, pre-order went like that. They sold out. I mean, you can you find this on the Nintendo eShop or the Nintendo store? Like my Nintendo, like Nintendo.com. Is it Nintendo.com? Okay. Okay, yeah, here we go. My Nintendo store. I type in Nintendo Worlds Championship. Okay, so this is that's the digital version, right? I think that's the digital version. Yeah, that's the digital version. There's the physical. I select the physical. Where it says July 18. See, I can't click on it. I can't click on it because it's sold out. Because they say pre-order is happening right now, right? The physical version you can't get it anymore because it's sold out. For the digital, you can pre-order the digital. For the physical, it's all gone. Physical is all gone. Let's look at. Let me put my tears over here. Let's look at Best Buy. Let's look at Best Buy. Best Buy Nintendo Worlds Championship. Oh, nope, you're not looking at my location. You are not looking at my location, even though you're already seeing it here. Oh, it's available actually. It's available pre-order at Best Buy. Yeah, it's available to pre-order at Best Buy. See, I added it to cart. So yeah, it's available to purchase apparently. Let's look at Target. Actually, let's look at GameStop. Let's look at GameStop here. Ooh, Masters of Publica. Ooh, let me add this as a new tag here. Let's save this one first. Oh, okay. Pre-order is available here. So it's pre-order is not available on the actual Nintendo store, but it's actually available everywhere. It's still available everywhere. But as I said, these will not come like in. They will not stock it. Like once it's out, once it sells out, it's gonna sell out. So I suggest you guys get a copy. Get yourself a copy. It's not available for pickup. It's not available for same day delivery. It's only available for ship to your home. So you can click on pre-order and yeah. I wonder if it's going to be like when it comes out, is it going to be like in the actual store? Because usually when I get my games, except Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem, I always pre-order Fire Emblem because I love this game and that game always sells out. When I get my game, I just go and purchase it the actual day of its release. I don't pre-order them or anything. Except Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem, I pre-order it all the time because that game is so popular. So popular and so rare to find. Fire Emblem Three Houses. What do I keep saying? Three Houses. That game just sold out like this minute it went live. And I was like, oh shoot, I've got to get that game. So I had to wait a couple of like weeks before the pre-order was available again, and then I just pre-ordered it. But yeah. They announced that game, this right here, Nintendo World Championship NES Edition. They announced it the following day after the investors meeting, and people were excited. I was excited because that came from a rumor. That actually came from a rumor.
We started a rumor.
What rumor?
Yes, what rumor? Let's talk about that rumor. So the rumor it wasn't started by Pyoro. Pyoro mentioned it. But what happened was that the ESRB leaked that game. The ESRB leaked that game, and Pyoro kind of confirmed it. For those of you who don't know who Pyoro is, he's a Nintendo Switch 2 leaker, credible leaker, who has been right about a lot of things. I don't follow much about the whole Nintendo Switch 2 leaks or whatever, or the games leaks, whatever, because of what happened with the Smash leak, the cringe Smash leak. I will never forgive those people who pull up that stuff. Never will I do. Anyway, so I don't really follow much on the what's going on with Switch 2 leaks and all that stuff, but I've heard so many great stuff about Pyoro. People are saying that Pyoro is always on he's always credible, he doesn't get anything wrong, and this one was the latest in his leaks where he mentioned that this game was going to come out on the Switch, and lo and behold, it's been announced, it's coming to the Switch. So yeah, exciting time. That is so good. Anyway, yeah, good tears. You might be asking yourself, what am I drinking? Tea. Tears. And I'm not talking about Tears of the Kingdom. I'm talking about tears. No, I'm kidding. I'm actually having tea. But it's tears. Who cares? Who cares? Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about the briefing. So I have right here. Oh wait, I want to see this one. Legend of Zelda, Sword Publica. Oh, fancy. It's so fancy. Ooh. To be honest, I would love to buy a sword like this, Of course, I'm not going to use it, but just going to, just for sure, Would you imagine if, imagine yourself, imagine you have imagine you purchase this, right? And then you purchase you purchase a piece of land somewhere in the forest or whatever, and you purchase the land with your wife or your kid and your family, right? And you buy this sword, right? You buy this sword, and then you go into that land, right? And then you clear off the large path, you cut all the tree down, you make everything clean or whatever. Not not cutting all trees, like just a small area in your lands. Like if you buy a forest as a piece of land, like you own a piece of land, like maybe 10 acres or whatever, and then you cut a huge portion of your land, like you cut all the trees or whatever, you make a clearing, right? And you take that master sword, right? And then you grab or you go scavenge for a rock. You get that rock, right? You place that rock over there, right? And then you put that sword right on top of that rock. Imagine that. Or you hire somebody to build some builds what you call that? Like you know how in Legend of Zelda you have this like podium or pedestal for the master swords. Like you have your like you hired like a cap is it a carpenter? I don't know if it's a carpenter. Excuse me, I'm French. You hire somebody to design this for you, and then you take that sword and then you put it there. And then you make the place look nice and all clean, and you also bring in some lighting to have project that lights over the master swords, or and then you take a picture, you take a family picture with the master swords. Oof. Oh man. I'm sure there's a family of gamers who have thought about that idea and have actually um done it. But anyway. Okay, so let's move on to the financial result briefing. And then we're gonna discuss the Nintendo Direct. So we're gonna go over I'm gonna read through I'm not going to read the whole thing, I'm just gonna skim. But this is regarding the I keep losing my words. This is regarding the conference, the investors conference, the investors meeting. So we're going to read through that together. I hope you can see my screen well, but it might be hard for you guys to see. I don't know, but there we go. That's better. Okay. Anyway, let's keep reading. Okay, so Tuesday, May 7, attendee Shutao Furukawa, the president, and Hajime Murakami, the executive officer. And the following are the main questions and answers from the financial result briefing online. Please note that portion of this content have been edited and revised to improve readability. If you quote from this Q&A, please include a citation or link to the file. That's very important. Always cite your sources. Okay, so this is the first question. The first question asks, I'd like to hear your thoughts about your game software development resources. You will be announcing your software lineup for the second half of 2024 in Nintendo Direct this June. But judging by the first half, the lineup seems weaker than usual. Have much of your development resources have been shifted to a successor? I'd also like to hear about your long-term strategies for expanding your development resources. And so this is Furukawa responding. Creating a successor to Nintendo Switch takes years of preparation, so of course many aspects must be taken into consideration in terms of software development resources. But we are also continuing to develop software for Nintendo Switch, and we will announce more about our upcoming software lineup at the Direct in June. We've continuously expanded our development resources over the past several years through the recruitment of recent graduates and mid-career hires. We will continue to actively work to secure the necessary development resources to increase the long-term value of our IP and to constantly offer unique entertainment proposals. Although development resources could be expanded through M&A, what is M&A? Let's look it up. M&A. M&A meaning merger and acquisition. Okay, M&A, merger and acquisition. Merger and acquisition, although development resources could be expanded through merger and acquisition, first we will work within the company with our developers who thoroughly understand and have built the Nintendo brands over the years to have them nurture talents who can drive Nintendo's future development. Now, pause. Let's take a pause here. I'm going to talk about what's going on with Microsoft in the next stream because this is important right there. This is what makes Nintendo Nintendo. This is what I love about Nintendo. They don't do what Microsoft did. They don't do what Xbox did. And what Xbox did, for those of you who don't know what's going on with Xbox, they've made a lot of purchases. They've made a lot of mergers and acquisition. They want to acquire Bethesda and they want to acquire what's the name of the Activision Blizzard. They went to buy game companies, two major game companies, and now they are trying to pay off what they spent out, and it's what they are doing right now. It's not meeting their numbers. It's not balancing the checkbook. They're not meeting their what's the word I'm looking for? They're not breaking even. Right now, they're not breaking even. They are losing money. They are leaking money, and they ended up. Long story short, they shut down 4 game studios, all from within Bethesda. And one of these game studios that they shut down gave them a really great game that's not only generated some kind of sales, but won some awards. And they were also planning to give them a sequel. But Microsoft, who is above the Xbox division, had to tell them to shut it down. And they ended up shutting down 4 of these game studios. I will talk about it in details in my next stream. I have a lot to say about that, and it won't be pretty. So watch out for that. So, where was I? In addition, many of our external development partners have gained a deep understanding of Nintendo's way of thinking and game development methods over the many years of collaboration, and we would like to further strengthen our ties with such partners. The process of game development will inevitably become longer, more complex, and more advanced. It is vital that Nintendo offers customers new and unique experiences through game development. So, we will actively invest on expanding our development resources. So, what I got from this answer is that during the development of certain games, certain anticipated games, Nintendo will step up and they will let us know what's going on with the developments in the development of certain games so that we will be in the know. Like in the case of Metroid Prime 4, for example, when they had to dismantle the team when they had to dismantle the team that started Metroid Prime 4 back in 2017, they let us know in 2019 that hey, this is what's going on. We dismantled this team. We built a new team. Metroid Prime is going to start new developments in 2019, and it's going to take longer. So they were upfront. They were transparent. So this is what I got from this answer. They're going to be continuing to be transparent with us gamers, see what's going on with the development of certain games, whether there'll be delays or whether you'll be pushed forward. So great thinking, Nintendo. We appreciate you. Okay, let's look at this one. Looking at the hardware sales forecast for the current fiscal year ending March 2025, which is next year, if the forecast doesn't include sales of the successor to Switch, it seems like the numbers are not that much lower than the previous fiscal year. Are you thinking that announcing a successor system will not affect the momentum of the Switch business? That is a good question. That is a very good question. Okay. The sales forecast for the current fiscal year does not include the successor to Nintendo Switch. Okay. The Switch hardware sales remain relatively strong, but we are now in the system's 8th year, and we recognize that it is becoming more challenging to maintain momentum as time passes. Okay. Even so, during last year's holiday season, many new customers picked up a Nintendo Switch system for the first time, particularly children and families in markets outside Japan. We will release new titles this fiscal year, and in addition, many people have watched the Super Mario Bros. Movie through various means since its theatrical release. So with factors like that, we believe we will be able to continue to generate new demands. Okay. Also, there is a large catalog of existing Switch games, so if we can effectively convey the appeal of these evergreen titles, we believe we will also pursue the demands for multiple systems in the same households, born from unique value of Nintendo Switch. We do not think the announcement of the successor in the future related communication will have zero impact on Switch sales. However, we hope to maximize sales this fiscal year by maintaining a good balance between new demands and demands for multiple systems. Okay. Our hardware sales forecast of 13.5 million units for this year will not be easily achieved. But with the intention of challenging ourselves, we have set this number as the initial fiscal year guidance. That's interesting. So they are planning to sell 13.5 million units of Switch consoles, and therefore they've acknowledged that it might not be easy to achieve that number by the end of this fiscal year. 13.5 million units, guys. How many millions units have they sold this last year? Let's see if I can ask. How many units of Switch? How many units of Switch sold 2023? Let's do 2023. Let's do 2023 first, and then 2024 next. Okay. So as of December 2023, they shipped this many units, which is 6.9 million units increase from November 2023. This includes 53.5, 36.5, 33.34, and 16.03. Okay. So they sold in 2023, just this last year, they sold 139.36 million units. So which game came out in 2023? What game came out in 2023? What Switch game came out in 2023? What Nintendo Switch game came out in 2023? Okay, Mario Wonders, of course. Fire Emblem Engage, Star Ocean, Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, Octopath Traveler, Sea of Stars, Pikmin 4, Bayonetta Origin. Oh, some great games. Yeah, some good games. Metroid Prime Remaster, Dave the Diver, My Time at Sandrock, Fashion Dreamer, Persona 5 Tactica, Detective Pikachu Returns, The Rhythm Bar Line, Sonic Superstar, Mortal Kombat 1. Yeah, some pretty great games. Some pretty great games came out this past year. That explained the sales. And I think that also affected, I think the Mario movie also affected that many sales because the movie introduced new non-gamers to the world of Super Mario Brothers. And Mario Wonder The last Mario game that came out, awesome game, by the way. You gotta try Mario Wonder. If you haven't tried Mario Wonder, you gotta try it. But that's the movie was a factor, was a strong factor. The movie came out, Mario Wonder, then Mario Wonder, Mario Kart. Mario Kart is still selling, by the way, still going strong. And Super Mario RPG, love that game too. Yeah. So yeah, that explains how many units it sold. I wonder if I can look this one up because we're now in the fiscal year 2025. Okay, so in the annual results for the third quarter of fiscal year 2024, Nintendo recently revealed that the Switch has sold nearly 140 million units. 140 million units. 140 million units. And now they're saying that here they are planning to sell 13.5 million units. So they are making all these great sales like 140, 130 something, 139. Let's look at this sale for 2022. So in 2022, okay, 19.6 million units in 2022. 19, and this is the project, the sales forecast, 13.5. They sold 19 in 2022. 2021 they sold, how much they sell in 2021? 84.59. So which games that came out, which Nintendo Switch games that came out in 2023? The games that came out in 2023. Okay. Oh no, that's the 2023. Which Nintendo Switch game? 2022. It's actually 2022, my bad. I already looked at 2023. It's 2022 I'm looking for. Okay, yeah. We got Kirby and Forgotten Lands, Splatoon 3, Legend Arceus, Pokemon Legend Arceus, Bayonetta 3, Mario Plus Rabbids, also as for third party, we got Triangle Strategies and Xenoblade Chronicles. Wait, no, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is first party. And okay, there we go. Persona 5 Royals. Handling Fire Emblem Warriors. Chain Echoes. Atelier Sophie. MLB Tunic, Sonic Origins, Capcom Fighting Collection, Pokemon Scarlet, Pokemon Violet, Tactic Ogre Reborn. So yeah, that's some pretty great games in 2022. So if they give us like some great titles this coming year, they will definitely meet the number. He said it's going to be challenging to sell 13.5 million, but they had a great track record over the past couple of years. Great track record. So if he's shooting for a number of units like that, for these millions of units like that, and it's kind of small for me, but I kind of get the impression that it's going to be um that the title lineup for this year is gonna be small, not too big. And we're gonna talk about that shortly. We're gonna talk about some of the games that I predict will be coming in 2024. But yeah, here is talking about cash utilization. I don't think you guys need to know all that stuff. Let's look at this one. Okay, digital sales. Okay, I want to read this one. This is talking about digital sales. I think one big change over the life cycle of Nintendo Switch is the remarkable growth in digital sales. Looking back at the progress of the digital business and its contribution to financial results so far, I would like to know what expectations you have for the digital business over the life cycle of the successor to Nintendo Switch. As you pointed out, the expanded scale of our digital business can be cited as one of the major changes since the release of Switch. In the previous fiscal year, robust sales of Switch Online membership and add-on contents for games such as Scarlet Violet, Mario Kart Deluxe and Splatoon 3, as well as the depreciation of the yen, led to increase in both digital sales account amounts and the digital sale ratio. Blah blah blah, la la la. We need to enhance user friendliness for both consumers who play packaged software and those who play download version. Going forward, we intend to keep working on improvements to devise better solution compared to 2017 when the Switch was launched. Digitalization has progressed in many aspects of our lives. At this moment, if digital content continues to become more useful and convenient over time, we believe that more of our customers will choose digital products with the successor to Nintendo Switch, just as they did with Nintendo Switch. So, um, so here it says that we need to enhance user friendliness for both customers who play packaged software and those who play the download version. So here he wants to make sure that they is pretty much telling us that it's not going to do away with the physical. That is still going to cater to those who prefer physical media, because now lately Microsoft and Sony are trying to get rid of um of physical media. They want to go all digital future, which for me I don't want to do that. I mean, I don't want them to do that, but you gotta embrace some changes sometimes. But why I don't want them to go down that route, why I don't want this to happen, personally for me, is because I like to own my game. I don't want to have my game in a stacked in a drive or something like that. What if the drive gets co-opted and I can't play the game anymore? Or what if I lose my drive and it get lost somewhere and I can't locate it anymore? Like, what then? I can't buy it anymore. Or here's a good one. What if for some funny reason you end up losing your account? Like you lose your account through because your account got hacked or something, or your identity got stolen, so you can't even access um your Nintendo accounts or your PlayStation or Xbox accounts because of hacking. Sony PlayStation Network, you always get hacked all the time. But recently, Helldivers 2, there was a huge issue. There was a huge brouhaha about Helldivers 2 and how Sony wanted PC gamers and everybody else who plays Helldivers 2 to sign up for PSN, or else they will not access Helldivers 2. Yeah, I know, right? So as a result, the gamers revolted. They sent out Helldivers 2 had a lot of great reviews, positive reviews. but now it went from positive reviews to negative reviews in a matter of like seconds. So Sony finally backed out. They finally backed out and they were like, no, okay. Don't come at me, please. Or it's not gonna happen anymore. So that's because they spoke up. Do you see yourself wanting to sign up for a game before you start playing a game, or do you want to just pick up your controller and then play the game itself? I mean, ask yourself that question. Do you see yourself pick up a game and then be like, oh, I have to sign up. Let me sign up. Username, password. Username, password. That's not my password? Okay. What? Oh my God. I'm locked out? Come on, that was my password. Do you see yourself going through that just to play a game? No, you don't. I mean, that was a small skit for you. Yeah. So I don't see myself doing that. I mean, there are games like this, like what's the name of that game? Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact. They let you sign up. They let you sign in before you play. Who wants to go through all that stuff? All those live services, I don't support live services because it's tedious to you already have like, but you already have to sign in to get to your email. Why do I have to sign in to just play a game? I mean, I need an explanation. Somebody please explain to me, why do I need to sign in to play a game? If you can do this to me, for me, in the comment section, I appreciate that. Because I still don't get it. I still don't get it. Okay, so where was I? Okay, I was reading through. Okay, we are 47 minutes. And I wanna get to my prediction for the Nintendo Direct coming in June. So let's skim through this document. I will share these documents in the description box below. Once this video goes live. So if you wanna read through the rest, feel free to click on that link. Okay, actually, maybe if I can share it in the chat. There we go. Yeah, it's in the chat. But it will also be in the description below once the video goes live. Okay, so this question is very interesting. Regarding the successor to Nintendo Switch, is there any special intention behind calling it a successor? Looking back at past hardware announcements, Wii U was described as a system to succeed Wii, and Nintendo Switch as a platform with a brand new concept. This time it is described as a successor to Nintendo Switch. Is this an indication of your intent to continue with the gameplay and concept of Nintendo Switch? You said there will be an update during this fiscal year. At that time, will you talk about its launch, timing, and specification? Okay, so what he says here is that Fukawa has called the Switch 2 the next successor to Nintendo Switch. As in the past, the Wii U was described as the successor to the Wii. I think you know where I'm going with this. So, the 3DS, it was a successor to the DS. The Game Boy Advance was a successor to the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color. Actually, no. The Game Boy Advance was a successor to the Game Boy Color, and the Game Boy Color was a successor to the Game Boy. So, you know where I'm going with this, right? So, the Switch 2 is going to be like a Switch, but with better specification and better feature. Whew. I mean, isn't that exciting? Hit that like button, hit that share button. Very exciting. Okay. So let's read this answer. At this stage, we cannot say anything more about the successor to Nintendo Switch. For today's announcement, we determined that the most appropriate expression to use was successor to Nintendo Switch. Information will be released in stages leading up to the launch, as we have done with previous new hardware announcements. Exciting, exciting. Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. More financial questions. This one is about the Spima Brothers movie. Expense people who have access to Nintendo IP and your playing users. And okay. So. Okay, I'm going to read one last question, and I think it's going to be this one, question 8. Let me check my T ears for a second. Okay. I think that using the Super Mario Bros. Movie to expand awareness of Nintendo IP even in regions where Nintendo Switch is not available for purchase was a highly effective measure. I understand that a movie in general requires a long production time and involves a sizable investment. Going forward, is there a possibility of using smaller scale visual content such as animated series or short videos to expand the number of people who have access to Nintendo IP? And this is his response. In financial results for last year, unit sales decreased for both hardware and software, but we managed to maintain momentum for the overall business through initiatives aimed at expanding the number of people who have access to Nintendo IP. Although the relative depreciation of the yen was also a factor, our assessment is that the movie had a major impact in the backgrounds on both revenue and profit increase in the end. For the perspective of expanding the number of people who have access to Nintendo IP, the movie has played a larger role beyond its effect on earnings. Although the Super Mario Bros. Movie is no longer in theaters, it's being viewed by increasing number of people through video streaming services and other media. We recognize that movies are a very effective way to generate interest in Nintendo games, and we will continue to work on movie production going forward, as we have already announced. Legend of Zelda. So, for those of you who don't know, The Legend of Zelda has been announced to be under production as a live action movie. It's a live action movie. And it's going to be developed by the director of the Maze Runner movies and the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes movie. I made a video about that, talking about it earlier. You can check out my channel. You can check out my channel, it's in there. But yeah, in addition, Nintendo Picture Co Ltd, which we made a subsidiary in 2022, that's the movie production for Nintendo movies, Nintendo Pictures, is working on various initiatives in the visual content business and not just feature length films. Wait this again, guys, not just feature length films. Run that with again. Oh man, this is exciting, man. This is exciting. As with game development, our basic policy with visual content is to make announcements when we are satisfied that we have created something fun. when we are satisfied that we have created something fun. Take notes, Microsoft, take notes. Take notes, Sony, take notes. When we are satisfied that we have created something fun. In other words, as the creative teams go through the process of trial and error, we will make further announcements when we have something new to share. Oh, thank you, Furukawa-san. Arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you. Thank you. This is great news. This is great news. This is great news. So they're not just making movies, guys. They are making other works, guys. Imagine they are making TV shows. They could be making TV shows of Mario Brothers again. They could be making TV shows of what Pokemon already has this TV show of Kid Icarus or Splatoon. Imagine a Splatoon TV show. Oof, man, you gotta love being a Nintendo gamer. Anyway, so let's move on from that, and I'm gonna switch back to my stream, to my face. We're gonna talk about the June Direct prediction. So these are the games I wanna see coming this second half of 2024. I want to see Fire Emblem. It's been rumored many times already, and I don't know who started that rumor.
We started a rumor.
What rumor?
I don't know who started the rumor, but the rumor is that Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War is coming to Nintendo Switch. That's exciting. It's very exciting. So Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War. Let me pull up this. I'm going to show you what that game is. This is the game right here. Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War. That game is like, how can I explain this game? It's Fire Emblem at its peak. It's Fire Emblem at its peak. Like it's like when you play it, it's like if you've played Fire Emblem Path of Radiance or Radiant Dawn, it's kind of like that, but it's not really like that. The maps are huge. They're like freaking huge. The enemies are so difficult to defeat. Your character are limited in resources. There's a lot to do in terms of like getting the resources, getting the items, leveling up your characters, doing support conversation and all that good stuff. Although did this game came up with support conversation, or I think it was Fire Emblem. Let me do my research before I say something stupid. When did support conversation start in Fire Emblem Binding Blades? Okay, so support conversation started in Fire Emblem Binding Blades. So there weren't no support conversation in the previous games, including Genealogy of the Holy War, but it does have relationship mechanics, meaning that you can pair your characters together and they will have their own children. As a matter of fact, speaking of children, as you can tell, genealogy means like generations. It's more like it's talking about generation of people. So this game is split into two storylines. The first storyline focuses on Sigurd, who is Selif's father, and he's a character that made his appearance. He actually made his very first appearance in Fire Emblem Heroes, the mobile game. He's made his second appearance in Fire Emblem Engage. is actually one of the main laws that you get at the beginning of Fire Emblem Engage. And his son Selif, he's the main character in the second half of the game. Without spoiling too much, the game, how does the game start? The game starts with takes place in the continent of Jugdrol, right? And the continent of Jugdrol is facing serious oppression at the hands of a demon dragon, and that demon dragon is named Loptir. Loptir puts the entire continent in dark times. Like, he sends out people to sacrifice. He sends out soldiers to kill one another, to take over kingdoms and all that stuff. It was a mess. It was a mess. When all this thing was happening, 12 crusaders came up. 12 crusaders came down from heaven, and blessed the soldiers, blessed everybody. I'm sorry, that sounds like I'm talking BS about 12 crusaders came. They appeared, and they had swords, they had weapons, they had sword, lance, axe, bows. Like, how can I say it? They came with legendary weapons. They came in with legendary weapons, and they managed to defeat the Empire of Loptir, the Empire of the Demon Dragon Loptir. Fast forward to the main actual game, and something happens in the Kingdom of Grenville. The Kingdom of Verdane invades one of the houses in Chaffee. Oh, no, not Chaffee. Invades one of the houses. Let me see what house it invaded. Actually, let's go over to this website. Let's see what that website. Fire Emblem fan sites. Serious Forest. Oh, Fire Emblem Engage Volume 2. Okay, so Genealogy of the Holy War. So first generation Sigurd. Let's see. I don't think it's this one. Let me check. Introduction. Okay, so these are the characters. So Sigurd, Nosh, Alec, all those guys. Okay, so this is the woman. I forgot the name of her house, but she was the one who got kidnapped at the beginning of this story. So she got kidnapped, and she's a childhood friend of Sigurd. She's a childhood friend of Sigurd, and she got kidnapped, and he went to save her. That's what was supposed to happen, right? He wanted to go and save her. Before you know it, he gets thrown into the political chaos of the Kingdom of Verdane, the Kingdom of Grenville, the Kingdom of Isaac, all those kingdoms involved. So he gets thrown into the whole political scandal, and then he has to travel to all different kingdoms, all different places with his small army that was left, because half of the army, what happened is that the Kingdom of Isaac was being invaded. The Kingdom of Isaac was being invaded because somebody got killed, somebody got assassinated. A huge government official got assassinated, so everybody had to go against the Kingdom of Isaac. And then Sigurd has to go and save his girl, his childhood friend Aideen. And then fast forward, he gets thrown into the scandal, the political scandal. and then something happens, a tragedy happens. I'm not going to say that tragedy, what happened in that tragedy, but it involves fire. That's all you need to know. It involves fire, like hellfire. Um, then after the massive scandal and the massive tragedy that takes place that involves fire, fast forwards to, I hope I didn't spoil this particular story, but fast forwards to Generation 2 involving Selif, his son. That is Selif right here. And his name as the Prince of Light, and he has to now liberate all those kingdom who suffered so much pain and heartache in the last generation. And these are all the children of the past generation characters. We got Rina, Mana, Lakshi, Redni, all those guys. And but yeah, um yeah, this game is one of the best SNES game to date. And I tried to finish this game so many times, but I just could not. I just could not. The map is huge. It if like the store people who have played Fire Emblem since like Fire Emblem Awakening or Fire Emblem Binding Blades, they will those who play Fire Emblem those who got involved in Fire Emblem since the Smash Brothers Melee era will actually appreciate this game. But those who've played Fire Emblem starting with Fire Emblem Awakening will not, because they don't know much about that game. Why do I say that they will not appreciate this game is because of how many chapters there is. So if we go here, um I think there's a chapter list here. I can't seem to find it. I don't think it has in its chapter list. Okay, there we go. So there's okay, see, 11 chapters. This game only has 11 chapters. Now, those who play Fire Emblem Awakening will be like, that's it? I can finish that? No. Don't fool yourself, man. Don't fool yourself. Because that game is huge. I'm telling you, the maps are huge. Don't take my word for it. You have to look at, like, if you go on YouTube, just Google. Just Google Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War and go on YouTube and look at the maps. Look at the maps back for yourself. They are huge. So I'm I'm not going to I'm just going to laugh when somebody in the comment section or in the video be like, oh, there's only 10 chapters. Poof. That's lame. That's lame. Bro, have you played the game? Once you play the game, you won't be saying it's lame. But one chapter, one prologue is in the equivalent of 5 maps. 5 or 4 Fire Emblem chapter maps. Typical Fire Emblem chapter maps. 5 or 4. Average. 1 chapter. So you've been warned. But yeah, this Fire Emblem, we got all these nice screen and nice artwork here. These are all the characters. I mean, if you guys want me to do a deep dive, I wanna do a stream where I'm gonna do a deep dive of Fire Emblem Holy War and look at all those, look like getting to know all the characters who are gonna be introduced. But I'm gonna do that once that game is officially announced, because right now it's just a rumor. So yeah, it's just a rumor. So anyway, switching back to my screen here. So this is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking forward to. Actual official announcement of Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War. and I'm thinking it's going to come out. It came out in it came out in Japan on the 14th of May. I think it's going to come out on July in July. I think it's going to come out in July, like end of July, or I don't think it's going to come out in August or September, but July. Like I would say, like on the 26th. Like when the Fire Emblem Three Houses came out. Let me see. Fire Emblem Three Houses. Fire Emblem Three Houses also came out on a Friday, end of July, and it came out on the 26th. It came out on the 26th of July. So the game came out on the 26th of July. So I'm predicting. Oh. Fire Emblem Three Houses came out on 26th of July 2019. Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War, I predict, will come out July 26th, 2024. Same number, same release date. Just think about that for a second. Just think about that. When did you, that's like 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 5 years. Would you imagine? Would you imagine? Like if this rumor is true, that Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War is coming to the Nintendo Switch and it comes out July 26, 2024, you'll be like 5 years on this day. Fire Emblem Three Houses came out and here we are, another Fire Emblem comes out. What? Oh man, Nintendo, you got to make this happen. You've got to make this happen. Don't release it on the 19th. Don't release it on the 12th. Release it on July 26, 2024, so that it will be like a significant number for Fire Emblem fans everywhere. That you'll be like, what? 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 5 years ago we picked up Fire Emblem Three Houses and now here we are picking up Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War. What? On this very day. Oh man. Oh man, this is gonna be so good. This is gonna be so good. Mm. Mm. Okay, let's move on. So let's move on from the Fire Emblem of it all, and let's talk about a Kirby game. Every year since Kirby came out, there has been a Kirby game. No, really, every year. Well, there were actually once moments where a Kirby game did not come out. It skipped a year, but it's like every year there is a Kirby game. Let's look at this. Like, Kirby games over the year. Let's look at this together. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Oh, I'm sharing my three houses again. Three houses. 3 houses, okay. Oof. Why is my computer slow? Why is my computer slow again? Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. So, look at this. Kirby Dream Lands, 1992. Kirby's Adventure, 1993. Kirby Pinball Lands, 1993. Kirby's Dream Course, 1994-1995. Kirby's Avalanche, Kirby Dream Land 2, 1995. Kirby's Block Ball, 1995-1996. Kirby's Toy Box, Kirby Superstar, 1996. Kirby Star Stacker, Kirby Dream Land 3, 1997. Kirby Star Stacker, again, for the Super Famicom, 1998. Okay, so it skips a year, 1999. Well, kind of skipped a year because he's now a Smash character. I mean, Kirby 64, 2000. Kirby City Double, 2001. Melee, 2001. Nightmare in Dreamland, 2002. 2003, Air Rides, Kirby Board Game, Kirby Slides. 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008. 2009, 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14. See, I'm not lying. A Kirby game every year. There has been a Kirby game every year except 2021. 2021 was the one year that it skipped. Right here. Kirby's Fighter 2 was in 2020. And then fast forwards to 2022. Kirby Forgotten Lands and Kirby 64 for the NSO, Kirby's Avalanche for the NSO, Stacker and Dream Buffet for the NSO. Well, actually Dream Buffet is not really NSO, it's real, it's a new game. And 2023 for all these games. I'm telling you, there's going to be another brand new Kirby game. I'm telling you. So, new Kirby game coming. So, which Kirby game do you think is going to come out? Well,
We started a rumor.
What rumor?
here's the rumor. The rumor has it that the Kirby game that's going to come out is Kirby and the Rainbow Curse Remaster. I'm not a fan of Kirby Rainbow Curse. I scratch that. I'm not a fan of Kirby Canvas Curse because that game was too easy for me. It was too easy. When I fall, I get back out. I mean, there's like that game don't even have a game over. And that game doesn't have a game over. So the game was too easy for me. The bosses were too predictable. And I finished it in a matter of like in a week or so. So for me it was like, nah, I'd rather play something else. So when Kirby and the Rainbow Curse came out, was announced, I was like, I'm gonna skip that one. So I guess I'm gonna have to skip that one too. But that's the rumor that this Kirby would be remasters for the Switch and it's going to come to the Switch. Metroid Prime. We got Metroid Prime last year. I'm thinking Metroid Prime 2 and 3 are going to come out separately. I don't think they're going to come out in a package, as many people are predicting. I'm predicting too, by the way. I think Metroid Prime 2 is going to be shadow dropped the actual day of the Direct. That's my prediction. Metroid Prime 2 is going to get shadow dropped on the actual day of the Direct, with the physical version of the game coming a week later. But the actual digital version will be like available right now on the eShop, like after the Direct on the eShop. And Metroid Prime 3 will come out in fall 2024. So it's not going to come out right away. They will make the announcement too. They will be like, okay, we got Metroid Prime 2 and Metroid Prime 3. Hope you enjoy Metroid Prime 1. Metroid Prime 2 is available today on the eShop. Wait. Scratch that. Rewind, pause, rewind. Metroid Prime. I hope you enjoy Metroid Prime. Here's Metroid Prime 2 and here's Metroid Prime 3. Metroid Prime 2 is available for launch today, right after the presentation. Physical copy coming out next week. And Metroid Prime 3 is coming out fall 2024. Boom! That's how they're gonna announce it. That's how they're gonna do it. As for Metroid Prime 4, Metroid Prime 4 is gonna be like it's gonna either gonna be released this holiday season, which is I think is highly unlikely, or it's going to get released either the month of the Switch 2 or a month before the Switch 2. I think it's going to be the month of the Switch 2 because as they did for Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, I mean, no, not Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, they had a cost gen. They did a cost generation. So what I mean by cross generation is that the Breath of the Wild came out on the Wii U and then it came out on the Switch, right? So I think Metroid Prime is also going to come out. Metroid Prime 4 is going to come out on the Switch and then it's going to come out on the Switch 2. The Switch 2 version is going to be like a remastered. But the Switch version is not going to be a remaster. It's obviously going to be the actual game, but so I'm thinking like around. I wanted to say March, but we already know that. We already heard from Nintendo that the console is not going to come out in March, but it's going to come out like after April or in April. So I'm thinking Metroid Prime 4 might get a May release. So it might get a May release. So it'll be released sometime in May 2024. But they will not make that announcement. The release date announcement. I mean, not May 2024, May 2025. They won't make the announcement, the actual release announcement. They won't make it at the direct. They're going to say, oh, Metroid Prime 4 is coming. It's going to come out 2025. They're just going to say spring 2025 or just 2025. They're not going to actually drop the actual date. But yeah, that's my prediction for Metroid Prime 4. It's still coming, but that's my prediction. And then we got the Donkey Kong of it all. I've heard a lot of talks about Donkey Kong, maybe like a Donkey Kong Country Return getting an HD remaster. And then we heard about what happened with Activision and the Donkey Kong Freedom of it all. For those of you who don't know about the Donkey Kong of it all, Vicarious Visions is a game developer that were working on a brand new Donkey Kong game. They were working on the demo on that. They showcased it to Nintendo. Nintendo were like, oh, we love it. And they were ready to fund it. They were ready to put some resources on that. But Activision was like, nope, don't do it. Activision wanted Vicarious Studio to work on, to spend their resources and their whatever's on, on Call of Duty or Destiny 2, all that first person shooter nonsense. So that game ended up getting cancelled. So there is going to be that's just a rumor. That's just a rumor that Donkey Kong might be announced, but we don't know. But anyway, so that's my prediction for that. My last prediction will be a Zelda game. I've heard talks about a Zelda Wind Waker or Zelda Twilight Princess HD coming up. I'm not going to be behind that, but I'm thinking instead of these two games, I'm thinking they might release a remake. Actually, I think they're going to release a remake of Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. I think they will release that game sometime in this holiday, and it's going to have the same graphic, same design, same graphic as Legend of Zelda Link Awakening, the remake of the Link's Awakening game on the Switch. So it's going to use that kind of graphic and that kind of remake. Basically the remake of Zelda Link's Awakening. That graphic, the design and the gameplay, all that stuff, it's going to be ported into Legend of Zelda, so Oracle of Age and Oracle of Seasons. That's my prediction. So yeah, these are my prediction for the Nintendo Direct. What's going to be announced? What I think is going to be announced. At least one Kirby game. Kirby and Rainbow Curse. I'm thinking. Metroid Prime 2 and 3. Sometimes getting shadow drop down on the actual day. 2 will get shadow drop on the actual day, and 3 will get drops on 4 2024. Will get released on 4 2024. Metroid Prime 4, they will make like a 2025 release window or spring 2025 release window, and then might like not going to be on board with Donkey Kong Country. I'm still on the fence on that one. But Zelda will be like Zelda Oracle of Age, Oracle of Season, and then we got a Fire Emblem. I'm 100% confident that we're going to get a Fire Emblem announcement this coming direct. 100% confident, and it's going to come out. Please, Nintendo, make it come out on the 26th of July, so that it will be like it will be mind blown. It will be mind blown. Anyway, that's wraps it up for my stream for the day. I'm gonna go. It's getting late. Hit that like button, hit that share button. Let me know if you comment what are your prediction for this coming Nintendo Switch Direct, the June Direct. Anyway, that's about it. I'm going to keep drinking my tears. Made of peppermint and a size of blue dye. Not blue dye, it's actually real tea. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun YouTube stuff, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.